Hey, I'm Adam Devine.
Hi, I'm Edi Patterson.
And I am Danny McBride. And we are here to answer the most Googled questions about the Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, let's
You ready?
dig in. What state is the Righteous Gemstones set in?
It's pretty simple. It's set in Rogers, South Carolina, a fictional South Carolina town.
Yeah, I saw Rogers on the police car, and I didn't know that until like the last season. I was like, Rogers?
Details.
That's what I don't notice.
It's out. Get that out of here.
What year is the Righteous Gemstones set in? I think it's now.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
now.
current
Whatever
days.
now equals.
Some people think 1862.
A lot of people think that.
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
it's right now. Yep,
Yeah.
it's our world. Yep.
Get that out of here. Where's the Righteous Gemstones filmed? I know this one. Charleston, South Carolina. One of my favorite cities. I love it there.
Oh,
almost moved there. Should have. Get it out of here.
Guess what? I did get a place there.
Yeah, she did. Dude. All the smart ones got a place.
Who is the oldest gemstone son? Because it's Googled, I don't think that they're asking about me. I think they're asking about Skylar.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're talking about the son.
Oh,
Gideon.
yeah.
Yeah, Skylar is the
Skylar.
oldest son.
Yeah.
That good-looking
He's
young
such a
fella.
hunk, dude. Everyone thinks he's so hunky, and I would have to agree.
Everyone's all like, oh, he's sweet, or he's also cute.
Yeah, like get over yourself how sweet and cute and also nice he is.
Yeah.
So nice.
What a prick.
How much are the gemstones worth?
Dollar bills, y'all. Net worth.
Okay. I don't know if we've ever fully discussed this.
They're not billionaires. They're not. I don't think they're in the B club.
Yeah, I don't think it's in the B club, but I think it's hundreds of millions
Yeah,
of
it's-
dollars.
yeah, it's-
I would
H.
agree. It's
Yeah.
hundreds of millions. Yes.
Yeah. Get it out of here!
Who sings for Judy
How
Gemstone?
dare they?
Okay, what the fuck?
How fucking dare they?
Kiss my ass. Who
Edie
asked that?
sings for Judy Gemstone,
Yeah.
of course.
Give him
I
some. Hit him
sing
with it. Hit him
For
with
Judy
it.
Gemstone, I
Hit 'em.
go into a studio in Charleston, I record the song,
Hit 'em
and
with
then
it.
I sing it on set.
Hit him with it.
Table flip!
Acapella. Hit him with it.
Oh, hit him with it!
Hit him with it. Acapella. Hit him with it.
Butterfly.
Oh.
That's all I get.
That's all you get.
How dare you
That's all
ask that?
you get. Which Culkin is in the Righteous Gemstone?
That would be Macaulay.
Macaulay.
Does Macaulay have an Academy Award? Oh, no, he doesn't. That goes to the other one. Kieran?
Macaulay Culkin plays Baby Billy's estranged son.
Harmon.
Yep, that's right.
Our cousin. Cousin Harmon. Yeah.
Harmon Freeman.
Little H.
Yep.
I guess we don't know if his mom gave him his father's last name, but I think it's Harmon Freeman.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
How did Keith and Kelvin meet?
This is not a staff. Do you have something cooked up in your nod?
In my head, I had a loose idea. I thought maybe you saved him. You
I'm
got
always
him out of that
cruising
world.
satanic cults.
Yeah.
Going undercover. I feel like Kelvin goes a little undercover, goes in all black with like the tears, the black streaks coming down, and he's just like, "So, what's up? Do you want Christ in your life? Do you want Jesus to fill your soul?"
Got so smirky when he does it.
I was like, "Do you want that?"
It worked. It worked on
And
him.
it worked on
fantastic.
Keith. Yeah, it was cool.
Who is the Righteous Gemstones based on? It's not one family in particular. I think it's just they're their own creation. You know,
their own thing.
Part gangster, part minister. You know, no one in particular.
I have someone very.
You're basing
yeah.
you base you on somebody.
Yeah, but I won't tell.
Google that.
Yeah, Google that.
Yeah, try to Google that. Get that cord out of here. Who wrote the Righteous Gemstones? Right here. Two of them right here.
Here we go. That's right. We did it.
And then there's also a writing staff. Yeah.
There's John Kachuri
Yeah.
and Jeff Bradley
Yep.
and Kevin Barnett and Chris Pappas.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice little crew. Get that gun out of my face.
Wow, I keep getting very salacious Kelvin questions. Why does Eli break Kelvin's thumbs? My take on that would be because Kelvin was being a dick.
Yeah, being a salty little bitch.
Yeah, you tried to fight your dad. You pushed him down.
I did.
Oh my god!
I feel like my actual father would also break my thumbs if I did what I did to Eli.
Why does Judy Gemstone always wear blue? When we shot the pilot, my note to the costume designer, Sarah Trost, was that each gemstone would be like a Power Ranger, that everyone would have their own gemstone color that their costume would always be connected to. So
Green.
you were green.
Yeah, I was green.
Judy was blue. Jesse was like Ruby, you know? So that's it, because they are each a gemstone. That's what it is. Boom, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boom, boom,
Boom, yeah.
I've never heard boom yeah before.
No.
This is why he's the creator, dude. He creates
Boom
these
yeah.
fun words, these worlds to live in. Boom yeah. How many kids does Jesse Gemstone have? Boop, boop, boop.
That we know
Three
of.
that we know of. I think 3.
There
Me
could be a
too.
hidden one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But there's probably
There could be
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three
Maybe.
established.
Okay, get this out of my face.
Another Kelvin question. Does Kelvin Gemstone come out? Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Oh, this is a good one.
Who killed Scotty in the Righteous Gemstones?
It was Aunt Tiffany blew his head off by accident.
Oh, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Oof, oof.
Classic
Aunt
Aunt
Tiff.
Tiff.
Oh, get that card on my face.
Why did baby Billy leave his son? Okay,
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
this is
All right,
layered.
deep. Wow.
But we could boil this down to like, those just kind of what that dude's gonna do.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if there was a particular reason. I guess you could, in that episode, trace it back to like, I don't know, he was not wanting to be with the son's mom anymore.
Yeah, I think that he was disappointed in who he is, and I don't think he thought he had what it took to be a good dad. So he got out of there, focused on himself.
I think he was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was right
think
in
so.
doing that. Yeah.
Who shot Eli? It's interesting that people Google this stuff. You should just watch. You can watch
you
the
can
show.
just
The
watch
answers
the
are all
show.
in there.
You don't have to just Google.
That would be the Cycle Ninjas shot Eli.
They sure
That
did.
is right.
Yeah, hired though by somebody else. Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Uh-oh. Spoiler alert, the show's been out. You can watch it.
Yeah.
Boom,
it's
yeah.
true.
Or comment.
Boom, yeah.
Who's your favorite Righteous Gemstone character? The hard-hitting Q.
They're asking Google that, huh?
Yeah, they're asking
what
they're
Google
going into
thinks of that.
Google. They're asking who's your favorite, and Google has the answer.
Yeah.
You know, Keith, I get a kick out of him. Judy, I really, I think you really make me laugh in your character.
Thanks, Adam.
So sick.
And
That's sick.
but Harmon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Harmon.
Yeah.
Are Kelvin and Keith a couple? I'd say hard yes.
Yeah, dude, we're in it to win it now.
Why is BJ always drinking milk? You know, that was something that was established in the first season, and we just never went away from it. We just always had a goblet of milk for BJ.
I'm glad someone noticed that. That's
it's a nice little
details.
touch. It is.
Yeah.
he needs that calcium, I think.
Yeah,
you know?
That's right.
Brittle man.
He's very brittle.
man. He's a wisp, a little wisp of a man.
If you like finding stuff too, there's times when BJ will sniff that milk like it's wine.
What is the meaning of the season 2 finale? The meaning.
Meaning.
They smoke the competition. They kill people in the end, and their love will never die. You know, that's the meaning.
Love will never die. That's what it should have been
What
called.
is the meaning of the season 2 finale? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of in there.
Yeah, you
right?
just watch it.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
what
watch
are
it.
you doing? Just get that card out of our face. What are your favorite jokes or lines from the Righteous Gemstones? Your monologue, what was that, season 1 or 2? Yeah,
Season
season
one.
1 when you're in that diner.
In the Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah, that was a banger of a monologue. So watch the show. Do you remember that entire monologue?
You,
You
can do it
know,
now.
chunks.
You could do it now.
Butterfly.
The monologue is just you singing. Get this card out of my face.
Oh, you know what? I met this dude the other day. He was like, oh my God, my friend and I, when we see each other, he lived in New York, and he was like, we don't say hi. We go, thank you for meeting me at this neutral location. they refuse to like hug. They just like stand and try to say that as seriously as possible.
That's funny.
What year was Judy Gemstone born? I feel like it's 80. Is that right?
Yeah, that seems
I'm trying to
real.
think of our flashback episodes.
Maybe 79, 80.
Yeah.
That seems like that's in the zone.
Yeah.
Get that
Butterflies.
Butterflies.
How much of the Righteous Gemstones is improv? I would say 12 to 32%, somewhere in there. What would you guys? I'm a math guy, so that's how my brain works.
Doesn't the whole world know that about Adam?
Yeah, he's a brain guy.
Math.
I'm a math guy.
Oh, he's a math guy?
Yeah.
And a brain guy.
Yeah, well, if you're a math guy,
Yeah.
you're also a brain
Yeah,
guy.
of course.
And what was the word you made up earlier?
Boomya.
Boomya.
Boom,
You're a
yeah.
brain
Boom,
guy.
yeah.
Why did baby Billy leave Tiffany?
You're getting the hard-hitting
That's right.
questions, dude.
I mean, I think it's important that we remember that ultimately, he didn't leave Tiffany. And I think, again, this is like, Baby Billy's a damaged dude.
Yeah.
And I think he starts to like doubt that he could have any effect on the world and any added value or worth to anything. And sometimes you just got to get the fuck out.
He's a runner.
They're together now, and I think they're together forever.
They learned. What happened to Baby Billy's son? He grew up to be well-adjusted. He has a couch with cup holders in it, you know, so he's obviously a well-adjusted fella. Yeah.
That's a nice life.
He worked.
That's a nice life.
What are the bugs in the Righteous Gemstones? Oh, they're talking about the Locusts.
The Locusts. Yes.
At first I thought it meant like, what are the glitches you guys encounter during production?
Any camera mishaps?
What did Eli do to Baby Billy? In Baby Billy's eyes, I think he thinks that he stole his like stage partner. He stole his act, you know, and then he aligned himself with her. But really, he just married Baby Billy's sister, and Baby Billy's kind of a little bitch about things.
Yeah, don't be a bitch, Baby Billy. Why did Gideon leave the family? I think he was probably the only sane one and saw his insane family. He's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And he was right in doing so. And then he came back, and God, I'm happy to have him.
Yep.
I mean, we're talking really cute, really sweet.
God, he's so sweet, so cute. Skylar, we love him. Get this card out of my face.
I feel like we had runs in the show where Judy was really going off about how hot Gideon was. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, watching him from across the room, talking about how fit he was.
Yeah.
And also just at the craft
behavior.
service table, Edi would say stuff like that.
Totally.
Yeah, was always mentioning it.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, if we're at lunch, we're at, you know, or we're at craft services, or we're like, I see Skylar walking in the bathroom, it's not going to be that hard for him to take his shirt off for me.
It wouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Who's the bad guy in the Righteous Gemstones?
Ooh, the bad
Great
guy.
question. We've had a few.
Well, you know, every season there's there is like an adversary or foe that is unique to that season. But you know, a lot of times I think who gets in the Righteous Gemstones way the most are themselves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boom, yeah.
Poignant. Boom, yeah.
That's
Boom,
it.
yeah.
Does Walton Goggins actually sing in Righteous Gemstones? The answer is yes. Of course he does.
We all do!
Edi, chill. Jesus, you threw that one hard, dude.
Yeah. I felt Edi's rage.
Yeah. Why did Kelvin kiss Keith?
Oh.
Because them soft lips. In the last season 3, towards the end, that was the second to last episode. That wasn't scripted, and then
Well, it was scripted, but it was an alt script. We weren't sure
Yeah.
if we were going to bridge that in the 4th season or if it was going to be the end of the 3rd.
and that was like my second or I think first or second day shooting that season, and I'm like, we're in it. I'm already kissing my buddy at work. This is gonna be a hell of a season.
Who blackmailed Jesse Gemstone?
Who didn't?
His own child.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Why is Gideon helping Scotty? I think Gideon is disappointed in his family, and I think he feels a little bit betrayed by the fact that they don't practice what they preach. So I think he sees Scotty as a way to maybe kind of get some revenge on his family, and is led down a bad path, unfortunately. Yep. And then Aunt Tiffany blows Scotty's brains out.
Do Judy and BJ stay together? Oh yeah, I think she would kill him before she allowed him to leave. So
straight.
absolutely they're together.
Yes. Who is the mother of Judy Gemstone? Amy Lee Gemstone, who is also the mother of Jesse Gemstone and Kelvin Gemstone.
What's up?
What's up? Amy Lee, booyah.
Boom, yeah.
Who plays young Jesse Gemstone? We have some incredible actors that play the young versions of us. Gavin plays young Jesse Gemstone. Who plays young Judy?
Emma Shannon, and she is awesome.
Those kids were so
were
good, though,
good.
that we didn't even initially plan on coming back to them every season. And once we saw how well they were able to channel those characters, we had to just keep bringing them back and writing more for them.
Yeah, they're incredible. Sometimes watching Emma, like, maybe this is gonna get too real. Sometimes she's so good and so funny, like it brings tears to my eyes. I'm like, fuck me. She's like really channeling some shit. How did Judy and BJ meet? This was a thing we talked about as being a possibility, and the few times we even wrote it, and then it just wasn't ever needed to do it. But remember we talked about that thing of I was shoplifting from...
Yes, from the grocery store.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was shoplifting from the Piggly Wiggly where he worked in the optometry department. Yeah, he's who caught me and love ensued.
We thought about showing that, and we never did, but because the first time you meet BJ, he has just undergone a plastic surgery. It was the beginning of him trying to fit into the family, and he had changed his nose. So we always imagined that maybe there would be a scene with you two guys meeting and BJ having a drastically different looking face. Yeah. But we never got around to it.
Yeah.
How did Jesse and Amber get back together? Well, Amber shot Jesse in his asshole, and that kind of basically killed all the bad feelings between each other, and they got back together.
It was in the asshole?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
in the hole.
It was definitely in the hole.
I thought it might have been in the meat,
You
but
thought
it
it was
was
the
in the
meat.
hole.
Did it come out ever?
Nope, still there.
Wow.
Yep, still there.
He's a
Lodged
brave
in the
man.
hole.
Yep.
Lodged in the hole. Does Gideon come back? Do you don't even watch the show?
Sometimes it's easier just to Google it, you know?
It's like you don't. I mean, just watch the show and you'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's on the show. Very talented, Skylar. Hot too.
That's right. Very hot. Who's the youngest gemstone? Well, of the siblings, that's Kelvin Gemstone.
What's up? What's up?
If you're talking the kids of Jesse, we're talking like third generation, that would be young Abraham.
That's correct.
How dare they with this next question? How dare?
Is BJ Judy's cousin?
Oh, someone dug deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know the true.
You know what?
true
That would have
tea.
actually been pretty good. We could
Yeah.
have. That could have been what it is. Kissing cousins. Yep. No, the answer
would
is
love that.
no. Of course not. BJ is not Judy's cousin.
No.
Judy would never hook up with cousins.
Yeah.
No, she knows a ton of people who would like to
Yeah.
hook up with their siblings.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she
Exactly.
would not hook
She
up
knows
with
a
her
ton
cousin.
of people that would.
She does.
Wow.
Judy
You
runs
run
with some
a
good
cool
circles.
crew, yeah.
Yep. We did it. We answered all the Googles.
Every Google question possible, we answered them.
Yep.
So thank you, Wired.
Thank you, Wired. Shout out to Skylar.
Chill.
Take your shirt off, Holmes.
Boom, yeah.